You think he'll keep?
Kyle, because he's got the extra one.
Because he is full. Ah, yeah, that's a heavy rascal right there. Woo! That's what I'm saying. Hey, y'all, welcome back to Red Big John's Backyard Fishing. This is Catch and Cook. Yesterday, we just got back from Hyannis, Massachusetts, doing some damage, catching a bunch of porgies and sea bass, and now we got to clean them up. Let's get a sea bass here. Now, first and foremost, y'all, I have never used an electric knife before, but with all of that, and a bunch of porgies up under it, I needed something to cut through all this stuff. So, even though it's Catch and Cook, first and foremost, I want to thank the Lord, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for without whom none of these things are possible. To be able to travel safely down the road, to come back. Anyway, normally I never use a fillet knife. I mean, an electric knife. This is the first time, but I got so much to cut. So I'm going to do it this time. I am learning. This is a first time, but it's got to be similar to what I'm doing on a regular. I just can't cut my hand. So you always cut behind the gill. Cut to the bone. Then I imagine you turn it to this way. Let me make sure I'm on the bone. Yeah. Then you turn it this way. Cutting through everything, cutting through your... Yeah, that's a lot of meat down there. I think I wasted that one. That's why I'm showing y'all this. This is the whole trial and error, trying to get this thing right. But if I slide down here, see that? That was all of what I missed. And I knew I'd miss meat. That's good stuff. I'm trying to let that go to waste. Then I was supposed to keep it on. It looks pretty good once you do the fillet. As you can see though, this one's got blood in it, but most of my fillets, or my fish, this is why you keep it on. This hand, this glove ain't enough because I can't get a grip of it. I tell you what though, if I get a hang of this stuff, it's gonna be easy, y'all. Look at that. Oh, sookie, sookie. I may have to take this glove off so I can feel it some more. Then you want to just cut this rib cage off. And there you have a nice, clean sea bass fillet. Voila. Let's try the other side, see if I can do it better. Woo-hoo-hoo! You're getting better at it. Take the rib cage out. Slide right down that sucker. There you have it. Voila. That is sea bass. Now these cheeks are pretty good too. This one's a little small though. But on them big ones, I'm gonna dig them cheeks out. Anyway, this Red Big John's Catch and Cook. I will be back in a second. Decided to come back and do one of these jumbo porgies. Yeah, man. Look how big that thing is. That's nice. Nice a porgy. Now you notice there's no blood on this one because I bled it out. A lot of times when I'm doing fish, man, I bleed my fish out for a better fillet and less mess. I'm gonna get rid of all them bones. Now, you know, porgies have a bone in the middle, so I'm gonna have to come back with my fillet knife and take that out. Now, one thing that I normally do when I'm filleting, though, I never even get into the rib cage and stuff. I just go along that back. But this, just to make all that faster, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna make these sea bass several different ways, but you always wanna have one that you wanna stuff. So when I wanna stuff them, I just scale them. This magic fish scale, man, this thing is marvelous. Look at this. Scales ain't flying everywhere. They're coming right off. And so of course with this one, since I'm gonna stuff it with crab meat, all I wanna do is get these scales all off of it. Then we'll gut it open, clean out the guts, split it, and leave that cavity for the stuffing. Let me take you to why you cut off the belly. The belly of a fish is what holds all of the toxins and poisons. And they be talking about all them poisons and toxins inside fish, and you know, eating a certain amount of portion of fish. Since this is the gut, this gut, it holds all the gut and all the stuff that comes through the fish. So you want to take this part. I know some people still eat it, but all you want from the fillet is here, all the way past the gut, down. That right there is your fillet. This stuff right here, really don't want to touch it. You don't even want to bust it open. The only reason why it's getting busted open now is because I'm running the electric knife through it, and I'm going right through the rib cage. Normally, I would cut right along the rib cage, then come out here right by the anus and take it all the way down. But there you have one ready to be stuffed, other than being gutted. All right, so you pretty much want to take from the tail or the anal and just slide right down it. Come all the way through. Then I'm going to clip all of this, clip this, and just have the cavity. I'm gonna come down later when I get ready to do it and bust that right down the center and then stuff it. Cook it whole. There you have it. All right, y'all, welcome back to day 2. Reverend Big John's backyard fishing, catch, clean, and cook. Now, I tried 2 days in a row to get the cook part, but for some reason, my GoPro wouldn't do it, wouldn't film it. Every time I filmed it, when I looked at it, it said unviewable. So we tried it again. What we did is we put mustard, coated the fish in mustard, some Old Bay, some black pepper, and some seasonings. And then we put it into the flour mixture that we made. We're gonna shake it up in a minute, but I just want that to be in there. Also, as a bonus, I'm gonna throw some scallops in there. So we'll do the scallops the same way. We coat it in some mustard. Get a good coat over them. And then we'll follow that with some Old Bay and some pepper. So nice, healthy sprinkling of Old Bay and some pepper. Now, hopefully this one will record. If not, y'all get to see Catching Clean. I can't keep doing this over and over again. One of the key successes to frying seafood or chicken or anything you fry, to make sure the grease is hot. Don't put stuff into grease that ain't hot. It just sits there and slowly bubbles. Your grease is not ready and it's soaking up oil. What you want to do, you wash my hands. Wash your hands, because cleanliness is an extra godliness. You also get rid of any kind of cross-contamination. Making sure your hands stay nice and clean. All right, seal the bag up. The bag has flour, cornmeal, and some other seasoning added to it. And you shake it all up. Get a nice, good, even coat on everything in there. Then let it sit for about a minute or two. All right, so while we're waiting on the grease, which is just about ready, we are going to make us some cocktail sauce with some sriracha ketchup. This ain't nothing more than ketchup and sriracha mixed together. And we're gonna make some cocktail sauce out of that. Cocktail sauce is nothing more than horseradish and ketchup. Grab the horseradish. Then you just stir it up. And this will be some spicy cocktail sauce because of the sriracha, because the horseradish ain't as hot as I like it. There you have it. Homemade cocktail sauce. One more last toss. And just to check it to make sure it's hot, we'll drop a scallop in. When it's right, it should sizzle immediately, just like that. Got the sizzle. Still ain't sizzling as quite as much as I would like, which means it's still getting up to temp, but that's what you're looking for, that bubble right there. You get the bubble, you hear the sizzle, and you know we cooking. You know the fish is ready when the fish floats. When it floats, you can take it out at that time, or if you like it fried a little bit harder, you just leave it in a little longer. Now the fish is already ready. I'm just getting a nice shell on it. And this is a dry batter. You can always use a wet batter. You know, normally that requires some flour, milk, or beer. If you want to do a beer batter. And if you like salt or some more Old Bay, this will be the best time to just sprinkle it on top. While it's nice and hot and still wet from the grease. And there you have it. Rev Big John Backyard Fishing. Catch, cook, well, catch clean and cook. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's Reverend Big John. Always remember, keep the Lord first and keep your lines tight. God bless. I'll see you next time on the water. Or maybe in the kitchen. Well, y'all, we about to dig in. Normally, I had me some homemade cocktail sauce, but we are out of ketchup. Just in case you don't know, cocktail sauce is nothing more than horseradish and ketchup mixed together. So, we're going to put a little sriracha on it, but first, we're going to eat these cheeks. Woo! That is delicious. Man, I tell you what, boy. Being able to cook is a crying shame. Then I'm going to add a little heat to my mix. And I'll see y'all later. Always remember to keep the Lord first and keep your lines tight. God bless. I'll see you next time on the water. Or maybe in the kitchen.